Hey there, I'm Sumgi, and today we're going to be testing the acoustics of my brand new workspace, which by workspace I mean an apartment where I don't have to consolidate my office space into the bedroom at the same time. So now the bedroom is now separate from the office. The only downside is that the acoustics don't sound really all that great, and I'm kind of hoping that the microphone doesn't pick up on all of that. But this video is to serve as a test for that sort of thing. And I decided to test that by building my own Slate truck. Now, if your algorithm is anything like mine, and it probably will be if you wanted it in this video, but basically this company is it's like another startup EV company, whatever you want to call it. It's all about like not only just giving you an affordable EV, but it's also advertised to be like extremely customizable. Like you can build this thing probably from the ground up, from what I understand. And like I guess it starts bare bones, like the website says, it's the blank slate. You get like a very blank car, like no features, no nothing. And you can just build it from the ground up right there, so you can decide which features you want, which features you don't. And as a reminder, this video isn't sponsored by them. I'm just using this as an excuse to test out the acoustics of my brand new workspace. And judging by my own ears, it doesn't sound that great. So I can imagine what the Yeti's hearing. But if this ends up sounding too terrible, I'll just ask future me to go ahead and like put this through a filter so that this becomes a little bit more bearable until I get a more insulated or sound deafening setup. But in the meantime, here's this test, and here's me building this car that I don't have any intentions on getting, because I mean the car that I drive right now is not the most fuel efficient thing, but it's reliable. It gets me from point A to point B. And right now, with the money that I'm making, that's all I really care about. But still, it'll be fun to visualize an alternate universe where I decided to get this as my very first EV. And as you can see, like, you can customize this. Like, you can be very varied with the customizability of these vehicles. This is my personal favorite of the little presets that it comes up with, just simply because that the little spoiler over here, it looks like a real life Hot Wheels car. Oh look, and this preset even comes with a free dog. That's got to be really fun at the where you pick it up at. It's like, oh hey, where's my dog at? All right, let's go ahead and build this car already, because I want to see the alternate universe of me thinking it'd be a good idea to get an EV with the current infrastructure that we have at the current moment. Well, first and foremost, I need to figure out how to make this this camera, like actually rotate. Because I know you can rotate this camera. Let's figure out environments while we're at it. Let's go ahead and go back to the default camera. Environments. Oh, reserve now, personalize later. That's great. Night looks like that. That looks neat. And then color dip. Oh, this is just like showroom pictures or whatever. But let's do it in the night. I think it looks pretty neat. Well, I can't figure out the 3D camera, so I guess we'll just have to make do here. Let's go ahead and check the starter packs, which is literally just all of the starter packs from the front page. More coming soon. That's neat. Then we're gonna go with body style, which there's your basic truck. There's the SUV kit. Can I get a better look at that? No, I guess I can't. Then there's the fastback SUV, which kind of minimizes the available workspace a little bit, but SUVs aren't for everyone, and that's myself included. What the fuck is up with this camera? Because it's like there's really no way to like realistically figure out the 3D settings. There's the booty, and the booty, I mean, the booty looks good. It's just I think if I wanted this to be more utilitarian, like, this wouldn't be great for me. Let's go back to body style, and this is the open air kit, which I definitely like that. I think it adds like the utilitarianism, along with that SUV-ism. Plus, the truck, it doesn't even come with the seats, does it? No, it doesn't. So let's do the open air kit, which I assume... Actually, now that I think about it, if I do the open air kit, would that give me the same functionality as the SUV kit? Because the SUV kit, if you notice, like it comes with the SUV box and also comes with the open air thing and the seats. So I'm wondering down the line if the seats are actually retractable. And as far as colors are concerned, Whip Dream, Tropical Tide, Marvelous. I'm liking these names already. Bronze, Best of the Zest, Desert Drifter, Jungle Gym, literally a great color. Blue Steel, Night Owl, Make My Gray, Sage, Serenity, Whole Lava Love, and Silver Lining, and more coming soon. I guess I'll just stick with Whole Lava Love, just to keep things simple. And I just like a nice darker red. And we got Partial Wraps. Let's see, there's the... What does the blacktop kit look like on this thing? Okay, it's simple. Now that I think about it, I guess I... Wait. Now I unlock the 3D camera? Yeah, you guys need to work on your website more. But no matter. Let's check out the rest of the decals. There's the blackout kit for the front bumper. And I assume that applies for the back as well. Not really a fan of that. We have the mud wrap, which I don't know how to actually change the color on that. Or no, like the image here, it shows like this color is like the red default right here, and the secondary color is whatever you chose for the primary color. I got that mixed up, but it's all good. I am not a fan of that. How it looks. It's like when you go into those car magazines and it's talking about those cars that are like being tested and being or like they're like undercover or whatever, and they got this specific weird little wrap to them. I mean, I'm not saying that wrap couldn't work. It's more like why would you go with this? Like this feels like the car company hired a bunch of contractors, and the contractors kind of gave up after the front and rear bumpers, and they wanted to, improvise for not doing a good job, so they just painted the car white or a baby blue or whatever this color is. The Snow Dog wrap looks pretty... How to get out of 3D mode? It just took me out of 3D mode. Well, anyway, here's Black Pillar. And 3D mode is still not working. But whatever, let's just stick with the blacktop kit. All right then, it just oh, here we go. It's 3D mode is on, and it doesn't indicate how I did the thing. Let's just move on, because I don't want to look at this. I'm tired of dealing with the camera. All right, throwback decal. They're just the decals in general. I love this. The Doer decal, that's just... I mean, I like flowers. I just don't like this decal in particular. Nice little racing decal, surf decal. I think that'd look pretty nice with the rest of the car. I like a little bit of a beach bum vibe. It's more flowers. That's a work truck decal. That's the company logo, which honestly, if the logo didn't look so generic, I mean, I'd probably be all over it. Is the 3D operator like dependent on the internet connection? That shouldn't be the case. That's so weird if it is, because it should be, like pre-rendered and everything, but no, it's not. And those are just decals. Let's just stick with the throwback decals, because I love those little throwback stripes. Okay, and we got racing stripes here, which... I'm not trying to make this into a racing car. I'm going to see if I can make this as utilitarian as possible. We get roof decals, which gives us a free roof rack. Let's just do no decals for the time being, and that also gets rid of our roof rack. But it's no biggie. I'm sure they have like the roof rack by itself. Just down the line. We just haven't gone that far into the settings yet. Let's check out the rockers here. Oh, that's just the sticker for the like the bottom of the car, I guess. And it won't let me change the colors of it. That's fun. Let's just do yellow, just to kind of help. Maybe tangerine. No, that doesn't work well either. Magma. Red. Yeah, let's just stick with yellow. I think yellow works here. Then we can color our mirrors as well. So we got the roughly the same amount of colors, but let's just stick with a yellow stripe just for consistency. And then for whatever reason, like you can color the bumper, but only in pink. No context why it's pink, pink only. Personally, I think like a nice little, a black sort of headlight stripe or outline stripe here would be nice, but that's just me. And those are ducks for the alternate front bumper, which I'm not really crazy for. But that's all the decals that we can choose from, which after the current assessment, yeah, I think I did a fairly decent job. Let's go and move on to the exterior. We can choose to remove the doors, which I'm very passionate about my vehicle safety, so let's just keep the doors in. Let's go and do the SUV rack. Very nice. Then we get to change the rear bumper. What does that look like? You know, my question to the Slate team is for the daytime filters, why did you choose the sunset? I mean, it just makes things a little. Actually, not. I'm curious now. Is it easier to see this in the day or the night? Oh God, it is pitch. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get like a better view of this when I'm editing this in DaVinci. But from what I've seen, the night version feels slightly better to look at than the daytime. But anyway, we're keeping the rear bumper. And here's the tire carrier, which let's see how that works. Show hotspots. And that's how you open your Slate SUV, which, I do like this design. I do like, kind of like how it opens and closes like a mouth. It makes putting things into the car easier, excuse me. As far as the little tire thing is concerned, I'm worried that might not be as flexible. Or not flexible, but sturdy. It won't be as sturdy as, it would lead you to believe. Like, I feel like that could use more support. But, what do I know? Anyway, we're going to do without the tire carrier here. And it's going to flip back and forth. Let's check out the front bumper here, which, I guess is kind of an upgrade. Sure, let's go ahead and give it the better front bumper. Then fender flares, of course, 100%. I like a car with a wider body, so that's definitely a must in my book. Got an option for a lift kit. We can either lift it a little higher up, or we can lower it slightly. And that's stock height. Well, actually, if it's being offered by a car manufacturer on their own, then wouldn't these technically be stock lifts? Let's just keep it stock for now. Keep it simple. And then we've got all of the grills here, which can I not? Okay. So, based on what I'm seeing here, I can't really customize I can't customize these lights and this little centerpiece separately. Like, it has to be one or the other with this assortment specifically. Because there's good plates that I like separate. There's good lights that I like here separately, but a lot of good plates that are better than most, if that makes sense. I like these lights right here, but this California Republic thing going on here, not so much. not a jab at California. I just don't. I would just rather not. And I like these lights as well, but this feels very millennial gray, for lack of a better adjective. It just feels very very boring, very white girl. Nothing wrong with white girls. It just feels very white girl-esque, if you know what I'm saying. That's just the default, but in red. Then we got this nice little design here, and the Slate logo isn't too obnoxious, so that might work in handy. But if I had the option to go ahead and customize these modules separately, then I would want a combination of this centerpiece right here and these lights right here. So I'm going to go ahead and ask future me to do a bit of a fusion of these two in DaVinci, just to give you an idea of what that could possibly look like in my ideal little Slate car. But for now, let's just go ahead and go with the 11s and just call it a day. Or call it a day in that particular section. Let's see what running boards look like on this thing. Okay, so it just gives us some extra steps. And the bed step, I mean, might be a little pointless since, you know, I don't have, you know, like the truck setup. It's an SUV setup. But I think we're going to go ahead and give it the running boards just for consistency's sake. Wheels and tires, let's check that out. So we've got steel wheels. Those are just decals. I don't know how I feel about just like putting stickers on the wheels of all things. I think that would ruin the stickers pretty quickly. But the tires look pretty decent. So let's go ahead and check out all the other wheels. Oh, here's like actual real wheels. And there's like only one design, but it's either in bronze, silver, or black. But I'm kind of old-fashioned. Let's just go ahead and do it in silver. And we'll just use the terrain tire along with that, because I like a rugged off-road car. And these are the... Oh, we've got actual multiple options here, and multiple colors of that. So we got these 20 inches in silver. That doesn't look bad. We have two of the same color for some reason. Oh, that's just with a red button, red circle. It's the plate. Yep, you have a PlayStation controller on your car if you do it that way. And that's just the cover in white. And then you can do it with, this is literally just those wheels, but with the decals on said wheels. Showing off corporate brands is fine, but I feel like here specifically it's a little bit excessive, but I mean, to each their own. And then we are back in, am I out of 3D mode again? It just kicked me out of 3D mode again, didn't it? All right. Oh, there we go. Wheels are back. Can I see the ones in red, please? It's not showing me the red ones. Okay. Let's go ahead and just put the silver ones back on and just forget that we had this conversation. Can you move the truck now? Or the SUV, whatever it is. And, yeah, I lost 3D mode here again. I don't know how, but we're going to try to make the most of it. So anyway, we're done with wheels and tires. Let's go ahead and check out the lighting, if it will let me. It is thinking. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Wait. Really? I can't favorite that? Oh, I have to sign in to save my design. Oh, I can send a code, though, to my email address. I don't want to do that. Oh, I can go ahead and copy the link anyway. Okay, so I think we made a checkpoint here. I think we're back in the game, maybe? All right, I'm going to go ahead and fuck around with the internet a little bit, and I will catch you all in a bit. I just restarted the router here for what seems to be like the second or third time today. Real question is, did that actually do anything? Also, am I wearing my headphones right? Yes, I am. They just feel very weird right now. All right, so lighting, I still don't have 3D mode enabled. I don't understand why that isn't enabled by default. Reserve now, personalize later, and reboot your browser, apparently. Yeah, Han, that's how I feel too. All right, okay, good. I can take the upgrades off and on. Which honestly, if these are just like turn indicators and they're not like actual low beams like these, then I don't see a point in getting like the front light upgrades right here. I mean, unless they're like switchback LEDs, then yeah, sure. But I like the designs of these better, and if those were switchbacks as well, then I mean, yeah, I'd probably just lean towards these. And now we have taillight upgrades, which we're gonna go ahead and wait for it to rotate or change the frame, whatever it decides to do, and it didn't do either of that. Oh, now it decides to change. Okay. How about that? Or... Alright, I just turned off my VPN, which I don't recommend doing, generally speaking, but I just want to see if it's like one of those situations where, you know, they deliberately screw up your overall experience if, you know, you've got your VPN on, which isn't exactly, you know, ethical, but, you know, what can you do in this day and age? No, I do not want the tires. I want the lighting. Can you show me the lights, please? I mean, yeah, it's actually cooperating. It's just very disappointing that it has to come to... Well, it's not even when you got your VPN off, it's still like one of the worst experiences you can imagine. Well, not like the worst. It's just very, very laggy. You know what? I'm gonna like throw this in another browser, see if this does anything. Well, anyway, we're doing this in Firefox now, which I don't really... Oh, geez, that's even worse. Let's... There we go. Let's get it centered here. Don't care about your cookies. Now, how you change it to the 3D view is beyond me. Oh, it's not functional. Wait, it's still functional. It's still functional. We still got a pulse. We still got a pulse. Doctor Strange. We can still save her. So anyway, if these are just switchback LEDs, then like I can't zoom into those. That's even better. Yeah, these are like switchback LEDs. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in my car. All right, on to interior accessories. Which can I rotate this freely? No, I cannot. All right, on to the interior. Let's check out the console colors. If it would let me rotate the fucking camera. Fuck it, let's do full screen. That still doesn't do anything. Okay, let's... Oh, now it's on? Now it's on. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go back to the console options. Let's actually rotate it, which is just anything but responsive. I mean, it's responsive, but the latency is just it's dog. Brown console. I'm gonna pass on that. What does the regular console look like? Oh, it just doesn't come with a console. Okay. It just kicked me out of 3D mode again. Why would you do such a thing? You were, like, cooperating with me, like, 5 seconds ago. And now you're just like, nope, not gonna do that for you. Like, this feels like a point-and-click adventure, and not in a good way. Like, how do I... Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid... Nope. But I need that armrest. Keep the black console. And then seat colors. That's a brown seat, that's a black seat, and that's the OG seat, which is in cloth. Personally, I'm more into cloth seats than you know, just these leather and what I assume is leather anyway, because leather just gets especially on harder days, leather's not really that great, and cloth has always been, you know, a good friend of mine in terms of cars. So we'll stick with the stock seats. And then we got knobs, which you can either do gunmetal, magma, which you can't. Oh, wait. Am I in 3D mode? Yes, I'm in 3D mode again. Thank God. Yeah, it's just these little accents right here. I do that in magma, bronze, or gunmetal. Let's just stick with gunmetal. Keep things simple. And then we have the steering wheel, which we can either do in gunmetal, just this regular black color, or bronze. And I think we're going to go ahead and go with gunmetal. And then we have mats. What does this do? I guess it just gets rid of the rubber mat that comes with it. Or I can do a carpet mat, which honestly I'm more partial to like ignoring the stock mats and just replacing it with the WeatherTech mat anyways. So I mean, like, this doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I know I'm not buying this car for myself. I'm too poor to get an EV for myself. But like if I were getting this car right now, I would just not get the mats, or no, like get the rubber mat right now, and then, you know, down the line, you know, invest in some WeatherTech mats. And then we've got no liner, rubber liner, or carpet liner. Oh, this is just like the actual lining itself, not the actual mats. Okay. So let's do rubber liner, or whatever this liner is. I mean, this line, I do like the little textured place where you rest your left foot. So that could be in handy when you're driving. Oh, it just slowly disappears into the void here. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep those little textured pads in there. And then we have a pedal kit, which looks like it's got more of a metal finish to it. I mean, I could deal with that. But that's the interior. Now for the audio and tech, there's a speaker mount here, which I guess that's to keep your portable speaker in place. And then we have a front speaker, which I assume it's a Bluetooth speaker, but I assume it's not detachable. Which honestly, I can live without a detachable speaker. But again, to each their own. If you wanted a detachable speaker, like where the AC is, that's great. But I think like if this is like the only speaker option in the car, then I think this is fine. Now for the center speaker. Wait, is that? If I just put a speaker there, then that would just get rid of the actual cargo space I've got. It's nice glove compartment space. Like, it's very spacious. So I think I would rather keep that than just put a whole giant speaker in there. And then there's the speaker pair, which there's a speaker right there, and then I assume there's another speaker right here, which I can't tell from this angle because the sun's in my eyes. Yeah, let's just get the speakers as well. And then there's expansion speakers. I can't really tell what's happening here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the front speaker, or just the speaker in general. What is that? No, that's the speaker pair. Get up and out of here. And then expansion speakers. Attach this pair of speakers to side rails in the cabin to complete your surround sound setup. Outside the Slate, they double as portable Bluetooth speakers. Rides end, the party goes on forever. So is it like plastic trim pieces over here? No? Then like what's the purpose? What's being added here? It doesn't matter. Let's not put it on there. And then we got a tablet mount, which, I mean, personally, I would much rather have like a dedicated infotainment display. And if the iPad offered, a proper CarPlay functionality, then I think this would be fine. But like, it doesn't. And in my personal experience, tablets aren't they're not they don't function identically to like smartphones, and not in a particularly good way either. So I would much rather have just a simple infotainment system than just a place to mount your tablets at. But let's just put the tablet mount there and just oh god damn it just kicked me out of 3D mode again. What am I doing to this 3D this car builder? And it's not cooperating. Oh, but at least we get aux buttons. At least we get physical buttons. That's definitely a must for me. Then we got Bluetooth controls, which what does that do? Oh, it gives me control over the speakers on the steering wheel. That is actually very handy. Very handy indeed. So now I got doors and windows. And okay, here we go. So we have a throwback decal down somewhere. Yeah, sure, that works fine. And then we have our options for armrests. What does that look like? That looks ugly. That looks decent. And that's the default. Yeah, I guess the default's fine. Kind of exhausted with customizing this anyway, just simply because the website's just not great. There's a door cubby. We could definitely use that. And then we got cranks. Which, can I turn to the cranks themselves? Nope. That does not seem to be the case. Well, anyway, where would that be in the car? Oh, wait, here we go. Never mind. We're back. Here we are back in the doors and windows section. And I'm guessing, let's see. Oh, it just changes the accent of the cranks, not necessarily like the actual color of the crank itself. Let's just go ahead and go with the... Nope, let's just do gunmetal. Make it match. Power windows. Like, what part of that is an actual power window switch? That looks more like an internet router, for lack of a better comparison. I mean, like, maybe there's a switch there. Maybe these are switches, but also I can't think of a third button. Like, because all you need to make the windows go up and down is just like one for up and one for down. I can't imagine a third button. And then there's a sunglass holder. I mean, that's neat, but also I can't use the windows anymore. So let's just go ahead and just go back to the crank. It'll get my arms to work out anyway. Okay, we have the green, we have the black. I have a cup of coffee that I haven't drank yet. Then I have a black carpet wrap. And I have another black wrap, but this is, I guess, some sort of leather. Let's just keep it white. Let's just keep it simple. And then we have a shoulder. Oh, like this very top part of the car. Oh, okay. So we got a view of the shoulders right here. And it just made me go back to it. Here's the black shoulder. Yeah, let's just do no shoulder. That's fine. Let's go into the dashboard here. A metal low dash. What is that supposed to be? Oh, it's just this little bar right here. So we have this in metal. We're loading magma right now, and that looks fine. And then, oh, wait. Am I in 3D mode again? Yes, I'm in 3D mode again. And that's not, I like a wooden dash, but not this millennial gray right here. So let's just do magma. Give it like a little splash of color. Then we have a green dash here. Or a green, sort of leathery dash. I assume this is leather anyway. It says black perf, green perf. What does it say? Black perforated. Okay. And then just a simple black dash, which Swede black. Let's just make it white. Let's just keep it white. The brown top dash and the black top dash. And that's no dash. That just matches better. And then we have vents, either in gunmetal or in bronze, or we can just not color the vents at all. But I think gunmetal will look nice. And then we have, for the other parts of the vent, we can have that in bronze, or we can have that in gunmetal, or we can just have this in this plastic black color. Let's do gunmetal again, just to make it more simple. And then a spot for the key fob, which can be either magma, bronze, or gunmetal, or black plastic. Let's just do gunmetal. I just think it looks fancy that way. And then we have slatelets, which, what are these? Oh, this is like, actually I think this is like the only time where we can add more than one option here, and it's all for these little pins that you can put on the vents. Kind of like how one of those little Febreze plugins works, where it's like this, you like fit the plastic piece into the vent and it'll just like blow out it'll blow out a fragrance. But no, like it's not blowing out anything. It's just pins for my car that I don't think I would actually be interested in. Nothing against the designers that made these, obviously. It's just none of them are my cup of tea. But that looks like it's it. Oh shit. I just scrolled a little too far. Please tell me I got my dashes back. Oh no, I gotta start all over. No. God. No, don't load it again. God. Stop it. Whatever. I think that's everything that we can put on there. That's like every option that we put on the car. The exterior options, because I didn't get to choose the interior options. So, can I like get a quote on this? Again, I'm not gonna like, buy this, but it won't even give me a price for this thing unless I put my email in and all of my card information. Like I don't want to reserve it. I just want a quote. Like I know it says like it's like at least 20,000, which apparently isn't the case anymore thanks to like recent political developments, which kind of beats the whole purpose of, affordability. And, honestly, in retrospect, considering that I added, a lot of features to a car that's otherwise very bare bones, and it still needs like a whole lot of, I feel like it needs more work to it, especially with the customization aspect. I think customization options could be better. Let me just go ahead and open this image in a new tab. That looks pretty Gucci. And we'll use that for the thumbnail of this video. But yeah, would I put this car in my personal fleet or on my vision board or anything like that? Most likely not. I mean, again, I think it's nice to have an affordable EV, but I think in terms of customization, it could be better. And then with recent political events, it kind of loses the whole affordability aspect. I mean, it would have been nice to visualize having an EV from the Slate brand, but I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. I'm exhausted with figuring out this online customizer, and I'm exhausted with how there are options here but not options there. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching me build this car and figuring out all my internet settings and all the browsers that I have installed on my computer. If you want to see me build more cars in the future just for shits and giggles, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share this video for this and more bad ideas just like this. But I will see you all next time. And hopefully next time I'll have a more soundproofed setup, so I don't sound as echoey. But hope you all have a nice rest of the day, and make it a good one.